talk a little bit about the story that I'm writing, and stuff like that. Also, looking to see if anybody has any suggestions, or criticisms, because I'm open for that. But let me tell you, the world that the story takes place in is kind of like a mixture between medieval and sci-fi. There will be magic, dragons, along with incredible technologies like robots, androids, and stuff like that. But it's all centered around one guy. And the reason why is that he is actually a priest in the service of the goddess of chromatic dragons, Tiamat, if you all know who she is. So, I guess that would make him a lawful evil person, I guess, is what I've been trying to do research on it. But yeah, he has one pretty interesting backstory, let's just say that. But he actually is actually pretty proud that he was actually able to stand up to her and say that he chose life instead of taking the easy way out and would be death. So, why I wanted to talk about it is because I'm trying to sit here and come up with characters. I have one character already with him so far, and that one is actually a young scientist about 18, just young, but she is super intelligent. Like, she aims to be like one of the greatest minds throughout the world. So you have like a priest that's religious with the scientist that's all about, the scientific method and she's trying to figure out how things work. So she wants to sit here and like experiment on him, try to get some readings, and she also wants to experiment on mythical creatures so she can, just kind of eventually make sense of everything and sees what makes them tick. Which I think this would be a good character for him, and his whole aspect of that he wants to pretty much re-meet the goddess that he met when he was younger, as well as her 5 consorts that serve and are her mates, in order to prove his strength. And he wants to either develop or find his faith within the clergy of the dragon goddess, which will not be easy. He will probably have to fight other dragon, cultist priests and make sure that he is either supreme or not, which all this together just sounds very difficult, and it would sound like a difficult story, but I really like it because his home nation is actually attacked by an evil empire, and I know it's classic and it's been done millions and millions of times before, but when you do fantasy stories, you might as well stick with the classics. I mean, I'm not going to make it to where some higher power god decided, hey, I'm going to do all this and pretty much just destroy the world. I'm not going to go that route. It's mostly just an empire that's like really advanced. Kind of like they kind of combine magic and technology in order to create just complete monsters. Like there will be also dragons that are like android-like, cybernetic, like void of flesh, and these things will be just monsters on steroids. But what I want to do is, like when he kind of gets to like to the first end of like where he's currently at right now, some kind of horribly wicked creature will attack his nation that was the Empire's own creation. Kind of like it's more of like a genetically modified archfiend, a high-ranking demon that they created and bred, for their own sick schemes. And pretty much he has to pretty much leave his nation where he's from and just set out on a journey to make sure that he can still make his goals a reality, along with his scientist and 2 other party members, which I'm thinking about adding a knight in there, but I don't know about the 3rd one. So, I mean, if you guys have any other suggestions, I'm all game for it. But I'm thinking also about buying a statue of his goddess so I can have it on my stand where I write and all my stuff and where I do my videos. So, and then I also have a Bahamut statue being bought in the process of purchasing too, so I at least have both of them on one side. Because from the lore, they don't like each other. They hate each other, but I think it'd be fun just to sit there and have them both on my stand and on my channel. But yeah, this is just an update video on how things have been going. I'm gonna probably spend the rest of the weekend writing this story out. And if you guys really honestly have any suggestions or anything at all that you want to ask me, please don't hesitate to just like my videos, share, subscribe, and just leave me comments. I really would enjoy people leaving me comments. I mean, it's not the main thing about YouTube, but you never know. But if you get, but this is your Dark Lord again, signing off, and thanks for listening.